All right, modelers, let's dive into today's topic. Today we have an exciting video all about military engineering vehicles in 1/35th scale. In this top 10 list, I've picked the best kits that deserve a place in every modeler's collection. Military engineering vehicles aren't just tanks with guns. These machines play a crucial role in combat operations, clearing paths, building bridges, removing mines, and recovering damaged vehicles. In scale modeling, they stand out with their unique designs, intricate details, and great potential for realistic dioramas. If you're getting bored of regular tanks and APCs, engineering vehicles are a fantastic way to diversify your collection and try something new. So, let's get started. Opening our top is the Buffalo MPCV from Bronco. This is a combat engineering vehicle developed under the MRAP program, designed to withstand mines and improvised explosive devices. It's based on the South African Caspier Armored Personnel Carrier, manufactured by the American company Force Protection Inc. This vehicle has been actively used by coalition forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. When it comes to the model itself, this vehicle will definitely grab attention on your shelf and stand out among other military kits. It's big, brutal, and can be built with or without side armor screens. Either way, it's going to look awesome. If I had to choose, I'd go for the version without the screens, just to get a better view of the beast's massive body. However, Bronco kits aren't the easiest to build. I've worked with their models before, and my experience was mixed. On one hand, the quality is great, but on the other, the suspension detail can be a bit overwhelming. I built one of their civilian cars. So, this beast takes the 10th spot on my list. Now let's move on. In ninth place, the M31 by Tacom. This engineering vehicle was built on the M3 Lee chassis. A total of about 700 units were produced, with 150 built from scratch and the rest converted from standard tanks. This model will especially appeal to fans of World War II-era American armored vehicles. Tacom is well known for its solid detailing, moderate assembly complexity, and high-quality molding, making their kits enjoyable to build. A big plus is that Tacom also offers the base M3 Lee, so releasing the M31 on the same chassis was a logical and much welcome decision. A great opportunity to build both and compare the differences. In eighth place, the BTM3 by Trumpeter. This is a truly unique machine, and it's great that Trumpeter decided to release it in 1/35th scale. The BTM3 is a high-speed trenching vehicle designed specifically for digging trenches. Interestingly, it wasn't just used by the military. Civilian industries also employed it for laying communication lines and pipelines. The vehicle is based on an artillery tractor, which Trumpeter also offers in their lineup. But the most fascinating part is the superstructure in the rear. The more you examine it, the more you realize how intricate and unusual this machine is. Personally, every time I look at photos of it, I notice new small details that I hadn't seen before. Without a doubt, this is an incredibly interesting model. It will definitely stand out on your shelf much more than a regular tractor and will grab attention with its unique design. A well-deserved 8th place. In 7th place, the M32B1 by Italeri. This is a heavily armored recovery vehicle based on the M4 Sherman. A fascinating model, especially for those looking to add something both familiar and unique to their collection. A standard Sherman is a common sight in many modelers' collections, with multiple manufacturers offering different versions. But a recovery and repair variant of this iconic tank? That's something much more unusual. The crane, winch, and heavy equipment mounted on the hull make this vehicle visually striking and a perfect fit for diorama scenes. Speaking of dioramas, Italeri's box art even suggests an interesting setup, providing great inspiration for modelers. Overall, this is a unique and eye-catching kit, and since it's not overly complex to build, it's a solid choice for both experienced and less advanced builders. In 6th place, the German Bergepanzer IV by Trumpeter and Dragon. This vehicle was built on the Panzer IV chassis and served as an armored recovery and repair vehicle. Unlike the standard combat versions of the Panzer IV, it lacked a conventional turret and was instead equipped with specialized tools for battlefield repairs and vehicle recovery. Among the many Panzer IV variants, the Bergepanzer IV is quite a rare sight, making it stand out among other models. It's the same familiar Panzer IV, but in a completely different role, which makes it a unique addition to any collection. Both Trumpeter and Dragon have released their own versions of this vehicle, giving modelers the flexibility to choose their preferred kit. Uncommon, visually interesting, and definitely worth considering. This one earns its spot at number 6 in our ranking. We've reached the middle of our ranking. In 5th place, the Armored Bulldozer by Meng. This machine stuns with its massive size and intimidating heavy-duty design. A truly remarkable model that instantly stands out with its thick armor plating and a gigantic dozer blade. One of the most exciting aspects of this vehicle is how versatile it is for diorama building. You can place it in urban battle scenes, fortification work, or military operations, and it will always look impressive. While it's most commonly associated with Middle Eastern conflicts, the actual storyline is completely up to the modeler, making it an incredibly flexible piece for creative setups. Without a doubt, this beast has earned its spot in the ranking. A well-deserved 5th place, and now, let's move on. In 4th place, the Kodiak by Border. This is one of the most impressive modern military engineering vehicles, built on the Leopard tank chassis. While primarily used by the German Bundeswehr, it has also been adopted by several other nations. The manufacturer, Border, is known for high-quality molding and excellent detailing, making this model highly realistic. It's not the easiest kit to build, but the final result is absolutely worth it. The standout feature of the Kodiak is its massive dozer blade, which allows it to dig trenches, create defensive positions, and clear obstacles, both in combat and training exercises. This functionality makes it a far more unique and visually interesting model compared to a standard Leopard tank. Personally, I'd pick this one over the regular version. An outstanding engineering vehicle and a well-earned 4th place. Now, let's move on. We've reached the top 3. Now the competition gets even tougher, as every remaining vehicle is a remarkable example of military engineering. Taking 3rd place, the BMR-1 by MiniArt. This is a Soviet mine-clearing vehicle, built on the chassis of the Su-122 self-propelled gun. It played a crucial role during the Soviet-Afghan War, significantly increasing the mobility of armored columns and reducing vehicle losses caused by landmines. MiniArt offers several versions of the BMR-1, covering different historical periods. Their lineup includes Soviet and Afghan modifications, as well as variants used in the war in Ukraine. One of the camouflage schemes even faithfully replicates a real vehicle that saw action in eastern Ukraine. With its distinctive design, rich history, and multiple build options, the BMR-1 is a fantastic addition to any collection, earning its well-deserved 3rd place in our ranking. But we still have 2 more to go. Let's move on. 2nd place goes to Brem 1 by Trumpeter. The Brem 1, armored recovery and repair vehicle, is designed to evacuate stuck and damaged vehicles, including those under enemy fire. It provides essential repairs and field maintenance. The vehicle was developed on the T-72 main battle tank chassis under the leadership of A. Morov and was adopted into service in 1975. It was intended for units operating T-64, T-72, T-80 tanks, and their modifications. The Brem 1 has seen action in numerous conflicts, including the Afghan War, both Chechen campaigns, Syria, and the Russian-Ukrainian War, being used by both sides. What makes this model particularly fascinating is its versatility in dioramas. It can fit into various historical settings, allowing for creative and unique scenes. Although based on the familiar T-72, the Brem 1 looks entirely different. This isn't just a tank with its turret removed and some equipment installed instead. Here you can clearly see that only the chassis remains from the original tank, while the rest was purpose-built from scratch. This model is definitely on my wish list. I would have put it in 1st place, if not for something even more special. And now let's move on to the number 1 spot. The number one spot goes to Bergepanther. This armored recovery vehicle is available from several manufacturers: Mung, Hobby Boss, ICM, Tacom, and Italeri. There's an option for every budget and skill level. Italeri and ICM offer more affordable and simpler kits, perfect for beginners or those with limited experience. Mung, Hobby Boss, and Tacom provide highly detailed models for experienced builders who want maximum realism. Bergepanther was produced from June 1943 to February or April 1945, with 290 to 347 units built, depending on the source. It served on all fronts where German heavy armored vehicles operated. After the war, some of these machines were also used by the Czechoslovak and French armies. In my opinion, this is the ultimate military engineering vehicle, a well-deserved first place. That's our final ranking. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with my choices? Would you add or remove something from the list? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's a small action for you, but a big help for the channel. That's all for today. See you in the next one.